Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this happens to be landing in your reality of now. My daughter came in super excited and couldn't stop talking. I love that. You know when they're like so excited that all you could do is just listen as they tumble their words and their sentences and smash them all together, and then that kind of excitement. She had an incredible dream, and I found her dreamscape fascinating. I encourage my children to wake up. Well, not just my children. I encourage friends to do it too. And I've heard other people give the advice of. But having a journal at your bedside and writing a dreamscape, by the time you're ready to share it, parts have been forgotten and parts remembered. Dreams are interesting that way. And she had mentioned the name of her school 2 schools ago, and she was there. And there were children there fascinated with something, but playing with it wasn't good for them. So she took it out of their hands. And, one just fell. Empowerment. So anyhow, I'll read it in a moment. So she took it out of their hands, and she had a hard time getting it. So she tossed it to me in her dreamscape, and I caught it and started playing with it, and then distracted the kids with the play while she took it away from them. And I found that interesting. She was playing with yellow stones that had, in her dreamscape, that had frequency of sound, and that fascinated me. I use stones often. So, the card that fell while we were speaking was Empowerment 26, which goes into an 8, which happens to be the power of oxygen. Many other things too, but infinity. I love 8s. Easy flow. They also can be pattern and sacred geometry. Anyways, the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected to the same source. All connected to the same source. Everybody is equal and individual and unique. When your emotional space is in a good place, you share, you speak, you laugh, you move. There's beautiful side effects of that. All right, empowerment. A card for empowering our dreamscapes and bringing that into reality in ways that are healthy, dynamic, and serve growth. Dreamscape enrichment power. That one wants to come. I'm going to leave it down for now. It didn't flip the way that I was asking for a flip. All right. Discernment. Interesting. In her dream, the kids were excited, but they were hurting it. And they were connected to it. Anyhow, it's her dream. It was fascinating, though. But the children and the way that they were grabbing, clutching, fighting was going to cause danger to the area, and it was hurting the item. It was really cool. Her dream. I was gonna drag on about her dream, but I was like, no, that's her dreamscape. And then what wanted to come? Compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. She was driving this. Well, she wasn't driving this in her dream. My son is driving, but it was like this ambulance fire truck that when you walked in, it had unlimited beds. It was a good dream. All right, bottom, commitment, card 13. It's going on top of compassion, which is 15. Okay. Put your feet on the floor. Focus on the bottom of your feet. I'm going to be focusing on something called a bubbling well, which is where Gaia kisses your foot and your pH can get balanced at that area. We are all a system, a machine, organic also, but when our body is in homeostasis and flows easily, our pH isn't too high and too low. The reason that has been my focus is I've been adding lime and figuring out ways to bring balance between house, structure, and all of that. So it's a good thing for me to be focusing on right now anyhow. Bring your mind to the bottom of your feet. Take a deep breath in and a slow release out. Protect our dreams. Bring in healing light. Susha satariata kuya maniataria sutria shamoniataria noya samniata noria satria sutria satria sukoya sasha sutria truya pura maniatea. Disperse through the hips, disperse through the knees, and release through the feet. Quatria sasha susoya. I'm going to randomly pull one card. My hands, I kept feeling interesting things with my hands. I'm going to pull one card for the hands, one card for the light language, and then we're going to do a draw because I'm curious. The hands, the light language. All right. Pull a card. Thank you. Pulling a card, just wrapping up what we all got to listen to and experience. Belief. Time. Yeah, I was feeling the energy come to my hands, and I was seeing orange and yellow in my hand, and I was feeling it move. The light language, intuition. The nice thing about the light language is I step away and simply speak. Sometimes it's fast, it's slow, it layers. And what I mean by that is when I was speaking, I could hear, or I said out loud, I'm not sure which, slow down. And then I had to slow the words down because it was so much at once. Oftentimes when I commune in my own unique way, we all are connected to source. I get downloads in these like emotional packets, and then I detangle and go through and maneuver it. It's divine energy is euphoric. It feels good. It's uplifting, inspiring. It's your ancestors love you beyond measure. And many of us are still walking into the embodiment of who and what we are. And as you step into it, it feels good, welcoming, home, that kind of stuff. Have a great day. Take care.